I'm showing you my little parcela. This is the parcela. So you can see it goes back to where those, well, just before that other house. And it's got a really nice pine tree and an even bigger one, but I'm worried about the profesionaria because these days they're out. So there's the other pine tree, and there's a chabola, or a lean-to, that was built by the person who lived here before, that I would like to tear down and do something else with. My idea is to do a building with pallets. Well, not a building. Okay, so it would be like another little room. And there's my gravel and my sand collected because I want to, and some clay, because I want to turn this area into un umbrario. So I've got a little fern here just to give me the idea. And that bathtub is going to be covered, the sides, the horrible ugly sides that were built to make a place for the former resident here to change the oil in his car. So I'm going to cover all of this cement stuff up with a really nice cob thing, soft rounded sides and some place to sit and put your feet in the water or get in the bathtub if you want to. And that will look very different one day. So here's the other part of the parcela. You can see where the wall is. I've done some little gardens, little flower gardens, but I don't like to make a wall or something to separate them, so I'm just planting in a certain place and letting all that. That's a dama de noche. It's not doing very well, but let's hope it'll take over. There's another little area which I've also put some mulch on. Mulch is little pieces of wood chip. So I picked them up from the forest where they've been cutting down trees, and I've put them in the flower areas. This lavender is doing really well. I planted it as a small plant last year, and it's really taking off. This used to be a dog house, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I think maybe sometimes I think I'd like to have chickens in there, but I'm not sure. So the owner of the house does like walls, so he's got this nice flower bed here with everything cleaned out and little stone places to put his flowers. That's not me. Here's another one of my little wildflower beds. So I've put a bush in there, but I don't know what kind it is. It's supposed to give flowers, but I have never seen the flowers. Over here I tried to do some grafting. You can see some bottles hanging on the tree over there. So that was an almond tree that wasn't doing anything. And I tried to graft on some peach and apricot and paraguayo. So these are my attempts at grafting over here. And you can see my little sticks in here. Ooh, it's green. One of them is taken. Look. Can you see? Ah. Wow. And oh, no, that's not mine. Oh, okay. So under there's another graft. And in here, there's another graft, and I'm supposed to take that off pretty soon, so you can't see that very well. Then over here, you can see this is the rest of the land. So you can see that dog house and the yard. Oh, there's a bidon, a container that I got because I would like to do some pit firing in there with some ceramics. Over there in that lean-to, you can see that I have a ceramics wheel and a kiln, which I hope to use soon. I've started collecting some palets, which are pretty under the weather, so maybe I have to change those. Then over here there's an olive tree that I also tried to do some grafting on. We'll see if that will take. Let me see, where's my graft? Oh, here's a graft. Yeah, so I'll check that later on. I'll take this plastic off pretty soon and see if it's doing anything. Right, and these are almond trees that really do give wonderful almonds. There's a níspero, which I cut down last year, and it's gorgeous. It looks like a wonderful tropical tree, but no fruit on it. No flowers, no fruit. Here's another one of my little wild flower beds. So, got some parsley in there, and some geraniums, and some, something else. Berros, I think. Watercress. And that flower isn't doing very well. But I guess I'll clean those up so that they look just a little bit nicer. Another collection of things that I thought I might use at some time. Let me see. Okay, so this is the end of that part of the land. And this is my concentrated mulch area. So I've been bringing in lots of stuff from the forest and from the countryside to make this earth more fertile. I'm using a plan which is called Back to Eden, which means let the earth do its work by itself. So supposedly, if I put enough mulch on here, I should get nice fertile earth. So I'll do that little by little, not all over the land, but you can see that things are growing a lot better here. These are some tiny lettuces that have been in for, I think, 2 weeks. Here are bigger lettuces that have been in. The biggest ones have been in for 5 weeks. You can see the mulching. I've got some little plants germinating here. So these are peppers and tomatoes and other things. And over here there should be some little flower. Oh, there's some flowers germinating. So that's also an area that should be growing soon. Here I'm cutting up some jasmine branches that I cut to clean off to make it look nicer outside. And I'm going to put them on the mulched area too. So let's see. Here is my kokedama area. So look at that lettuce. That is the best one of all, and it's just the same age as the largest ones in the mulched area, so it's doing much better. Pretty soon I'm going to eat that little guy. I better not say that while I'm near him because he might understand me. So here's kokedama. Different kinds of plants. Here's a mint, a few lettuces. That flower will go in there too someday, soon. So here is my hydroponics area. These plants are only in water. That lettuce was planted at the same time as the largest lettuce in the mulch part and the largest lettuce in the kokedama. The kokedama is a winner for right now. And second comes the hydroponics, and third comes the mulch. So we'll see. This is an area that the owner is fixing up because he likes to have things organized. Right, here's another dama de noche. This is a small room under this staircase. Over here I have a driveway. Another one of those constructions made by the former resident. So I can actually bring the car in if I want to and drive it up that way. So I'm at the back of the house now. You can see this is the bathroom window. So we've gone all the way around. You can see there's another house right back there. Right, okay, so this is a níspero tree that I didn't prune as much. It did have fruit, and we'll see what it does this year. It looks like it wants to have fruit, but I don't really know how to take care of a níspero. So here's the entrance. I have a few bags of, that's horse manure, and here's a nice commercial pine chips so that they'll look nice in the flower beds so that the owner will be happier. This is a mix for the kokedama, which I'm going to send to my daughter. I'm going to dry it all out and send to my daughter. Let's see, this is my woodworking bench and my breakfast and work area, my gardening area, and let's see, and this is a wood sculpture that I'm working on. I'm really excited about this. There's a new technique that I just learned, and I've just stained it yesterday. So now it's reddish color. See this? So that has, there's a plan to this. I'll tell you about that plan. So you can see that it's like a box. It's a box in front, so it has an entry, and I want to put light in there and a metal sculpture, which will be projected on the wall as a shadow. And let me see, over here is a solar oven that I'm working on. So this solar oven has to be finished with mirror inside it, and it will do my cooking. And up here is the stairway to a terrace, which is up there. Oh, and I even have a nice sun, what do you call this? Like a toldo. I can't remember. Okay, so when it's too sunny, I can pull that out. So not organized and not all taken care of and cleaned up, but it's an active workplace. And this is another workshop where I'm finishing another wood project that I had, which is going to be a bed. But I'm in the process of finishing it, so I've got all of this color work done on it. And yesterday, I started painting it white. So the idea is to have it whitish, not white, whitish, so that you can still see the wood grain through it, but I would like it to be a little bit white. So this I started yesterday, and just to give an idea of what it will look like in the end, I'll show you my wonderful lights. You see those wonderful lights, which I bought at IKEA, which I'm going to put over this bed. Okay, there's a sculpture that I'd done before in a piece of ceramics. So that is a run through on all of the projects I have going at the same time.